Talon coming from the upper bracket with the playoffs, and MAG Indonesia. I'm gonna slap you hard, but I'll be curious to see if he can do anything with his Ember Spirit. He immediately needs to start off with Flame Guard.
Thanks.
As
Top
Ponyo?
Ponyo, a little bit of 2-on-1 action with these supports. Leech Sheet another. He's gonna have to constantly be ferrying out mangoes to give Medusa the resources that she needs to stay in lane.
That's why.
And all of a sudden, Tree Protector, it's awkward.
That's why traditionally you rather. Oh, he's trying to get the Lotus, and he will steal it away from Jhocam.
Yeah, he's gonna pay for it with his life, though. This will be another kill. I guess not another kill. They didn't get the Medusa originally. Just a kill for Talon.
Yeah, Talon on the board.
Putting them on the board 3 minutes in. Very
well. But yeah, that's why we traditionally prefer Undyings with the Medusa, right? Because Undyings inherently bring out so much mana for themselves, as Ponyo will get dived up on the top wave. But yeah, so
of their ultimates, right? Void doesn't need Chronosphere to kill you anymore, right? If you're Corrosive Haze, you're in some big trouble. And speaking of big trouble, Akashi, he's gonna heed my words and throw himself into big trouble. He's gonna get trampled down by woMy. In mid, we're gonna see some aggression on ChYuan, as Poda, he is forced way out of lane. ChYuan, just, you know, aggressively farming, showing that he is the owner of this mid lane.
Usually go for the Echo, then disassemble to Ags, then go back to Harpoon as ChYuan.
He's gonna gone on here with the level 6 from Poda 2. It's actually enough damage, and ChYuan, he's in some trouble with rotation from dalul. Flappy will thunk him down with those big old trunks of his.
Levels right now, and going on ChYuan is definitely the right call for MAG Indonesia. He's the highest level on the map. Exploiting him as much as possible. Oh, WS, come on.
Oh, Cije. He's in some trouble. He's already used the Stone Gaze. They're rotating and flapping. They're going to rotate Poda 2 in 2, but WS, he's got what he came for. The Medusa has fallen. And now Poda 2, he has to be a little bit careful. WS, he's going to bash him up, has the Slithering Crush, and he's going to bring down Poda 2 as well. And Jhocam, he's going to grab the kill onto Flappy. So 3 dead in this bottom lane for MAG. Talon find them all perfectly. And Medusa maybe doing okay on the old net worth, but Slardar is pulling ahead. WS has Echo Saber and 1,000 gold on top of it.
I'm about to get that blink too.
Poda, you got to be careful. You're bringing in the heroes, but WS is so incredibly tanky. Maybe with the decrep, they can turn. They're doing the damage with WS. He's going to turn onto Poda 2. ChYuan is here with the BOTs. They are going to find 3 this time on MAG Indonesia and Talon. They've overstayed their welcome in Necro, my friend. They scan the triangle. They know exactly where Medusa is, and they're going to run right into her. Chronosphere is perfect. Lay the AA blast. Double bubble trouble for this Medusa. Ponyo gets the kill, and the rotations, they were not fast enough from MAG.
No, they were actually in crush, and he's just going to escape. Meanwhile, Jhocam.
Oh, little Muerta caught between 3 heroes. She's actually able to make her way out of this one as Poda 2. He's got a remnant forward. It's still not enough damage, and now Slardar blinks in, stuns you the dead shot as well. Poda 2! Oh no!
Stunner switcher, really W's indeed right now. The Slardar is popping off hard.
It is very scary time for this Slardar. He's going to make a move on to dalul now as well. There's 3 heroes mid, but Slardar does not care. A beautiful AA blast going to connect on all 3 of them. WS, he might be in some trouble here. Guardian sprint up in a few seconds, but the overgrowth keeps him in place. Here comes the Scythe, and Akashi's here to play as well.
Then we can meet.
At all.
Absolutely, and it's weird to be building this much armor too, right? Because you're into Muerta, AA, Necrophos. All that armor is only going to go so far, but he just recognizes how big of a problem this Slardar is. They're going to settle for the ice cream cone. Ponyo will melt eventually. He's going to try to deny himself. Let's see if it's successful. Ponyo, no. The slight brings him down.
Well, let's look at the turn. No turn.
Pretty slippery.
Except for Tide. He's a slow boy. As woMy.
Yeah, he's kind of slippery, though, because he has the Kraken Shell. We're going to see that Necro Void come into combo top. They're going to bring down and getting very, very close to it. About 1,000 gold away. A little bit more, but, you know, I'm rounding down.
I don't know if I like woMy on this Primal Beast. And he doesn't have any points on upper... WS down bottom.
Oh, yeah. Jumping in right on top of Flappy. The Suck of Death is not enough, dalul. They're going to burn down this ice cream cone once again. Ember Spirit is the only kill he can find. They're going to look for WS. He's decrep, but the crush still does half of dalul's health as damage. Pota 2 running up the hill, doing the best he can to lock down this starter, but Pota, you have to be so careful here. The Rod of Atos and the lockdown is there. You just walk up to your own death. You've done this twice now, Pota, and they're gonna move on to dalul once again.
All of the enemy's jungle and just constantly pressuring out this tier 2 tower, but mid lane.
We're gonna see some aggression onto Jhocam, but once again, they're only finding these supports on the side of MAG. And, you know, if you're gonna bleed any sort of... I mean, MAG, they are holding the correct spot, right? They are holding Roshan area. They're going to do their best to make sure that anything that Talon want to do here will be punished. WS going to charge forward, has that Agnum Scepter, so a big old puddle. Void makes the move, kills off the Observer Ward, the only ward that Talon have in this area. dalul trying to fight up against the Void, but on the other side of it all, Ember Spirit is dropping low. Pugna will fall at the end of it all, but Cije, he's running out of mana, and a beautiful Chronosphere connects onto 2. You may have chronoed your Necrophos, but you don't care. They're gonna have the kill onto Medusa, and now on to my friend, the Treant Protector. Flappy will fall.
Look, this is Gabe Newell. Thanks for
woMy is the last survivor, but here comes ChYuan from the other side.
And he still has, oh, he doesn't have mana for Scythe, actually. I was gonna say he still has Scythe. 1 second, use your wand for the Scythe kill. No, give it to WS. He's worked very hard for it this game. Again. Playing very aggressively on the Ember Spirit, and he's gonna get caught. They don't have the lockdown for him, but someone's waiting for him at home. Jhocam is there, and Jhocam will find the kill. 1 hit. Nope, the Slight won't dodge the hit from Muerta. Tip your friend, Akashi. He did a very good job. And Primal Beast, you're in some big trouble. Pops the BKB on the Overgrowth. They're finding the Muerta, but it's just the Muerta. ChYuan gonna come in with that heart, with that eggs, and slowly start burning you down. Stone Gaze has to be forced out. Cije is out to safety for now. But Akashi, he can go for the Chronosphere. He turns the corner, pops it, and Medusa, you are dead to rights. The AA Blast was just the icing on the cake to bring you down.
Do I hope to get the OA, Akashi?
Pota, what are you running up for, my friend? He's gonna remnant back out to safety, but Akashi, he needs a bash. Is he gonna get it? He will. Pota! What was he walking up there for? He had a remnant out to safety, and he just... I don't know what I'm seeing from Pota, man. I hyped this man up for this series because he's really been showing off recently, but
Despair.
I mean, this is like one of those times where like your bully showing off in class, and like it's like, you know, something bad's gonna happen to him, right? And it does every single time. Pota 2 is just not able to live in this game, and neither is Flappy. The trees are not your friends anymore when WS can get vision on you for free.
They're just sitting this time.
Yeah, no, it was a few seconds, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't too long. Actually, hold on. It was, yeah, it wasn't very fast. It was about 2 minutes.
WS
right on top of woMy. The BKB popped on the Primal Beast. They're gonna make a turn, but look at that Chronosphere on the back. This is the nail in the coffin. There's no buybacks on MAG Indonesia, and this is it. dalul, he'll call it as they tap out of this game number 1. Talon. Missteps every now and then.
Definitely.
Going for a last hit. No, woMy.
Actually, woMy takes Akashi first blood. I think I'm cursed with T-Tours right now, honestly, for first blood.
We will see. I mean, anything's possible, right? Maybe the minus armor is enough because
Akashi
Flappy
gets
isn't
caught.
necessarily the best hitter.
Ooh, the slap
Akashi is
down.
gonna turn onto woMy, but bottom lane, this is what I'm watching. Cije, he's dropping low, and WS will bring him down with one swift click from that big old mace of his. And there's that swarm leveled up. Jhocam going on to Flappy. That's ponyo. He's gonna get a kill onto dalul, but Jhocam, nice play. Eats a blood grenade, but he's gonna walk away with his life. That's it. It's horrifying. That is as many denies as I get in an entire game.
As many denies as many last hits I get in a game.
That's fair. Yeah, me too.
Hello?
We're gonna move top onto dalul, but ponyo, he's gonna eat a big ol' ink swell. And this damage, it might be too much with the tree toss. woMy's gonna do his best to bring down this Phoenix. Will be successful in Grimshock. He's gotta run away from the skeletons. The skeletons, please, no, run dalul, get out of there. Oh, he's fine.
The game started off that way.
Oh, it'd be so funny. Have you ever dual laned mid? You know, like when you were
Yes.
a lesser hero. I have two. A lesser bracket. I have two. We're gonna see Slardar get boated up. All of a sudden, the tri lane. It's back in the bottom lane, and he's reliving the old days of the off laner being tri laned. And all the while, AA left alone in this mid lane will fall to these three heroes, and the tower is gonna be next. They're gonna fort, so the tower. Well, it should be safe, but should. If they can get here in time, but it doesn't look like it.
No, I absolutely
They're gonna rotate
agree.
in tiny. Here comes woMy.
This is the right move. Oh wait, woMy.
Nice avalanche. Toss back to the creep of Phoenix. That's the beautiful thing about Ponyo. He's got to dive. He is gonna burn down eventually, and Jhocam, he will fall too. Talon lose too, and the big winner, MAG, they succeed in defending their tower.
By the way,
right? Making the move onto Cije bottom, but here comes a lot of rotations coming in. Uh-oh, Akashi, you may have overstepped your bounds. And Slardar, he's being thrown right back into the fray. WS gonna eat an AA blast, and CJ turns onto Akashi, and all of a sudden things are falling apart for Talon. They're rotating in everyone. They have to bring down this troll warlord. He's got big bugs on him, but they can't close the gap. And Ponyo, he's not level 6 yet, so no egg on the horizon.
I love the approach of Talon, but the execution from MAG Indonesia, though.
Yeah.
No supernova, and I think they were thinking of the timing. Okay, so Ponyo, you have ultimate. I guess I'll have it by the time I get down there.
Weaver.
It just didn't happen.
Under a sentry ward, but he's got a fat wand to work with, and the time lapse in another second. He does get it. Now woMy, all of a sudden, he's in big trouble. CJ, he's here to save the day. WS is going to commit for it. The bugs will bring him down, but WS, you've put yourself in a bad position. They're going to drop the sun. CJ getting burnt down by the rays of the sun. He will fall. Now Jhocam's going to turn onto dalul. You've got to run away, but from the Sakuchi, it's a hard-fought fight to win, and that is a fight you will not win.
Oh, the super and the nova. It's working out for them.
It literally just took, like, the supernova, right? They hit that timing, and it's perfect. Jhocam, he's probably going to die here to this boat torn combo. And that is pretty much it for the Weaver. Exactly, Poda. Straight.
So crushing them, I can
Is that what
absolutely
Weaver
relate.
is to you?
He
He's an
is,
ant.
for sure. Or
AA
some
blast.
kind of other critter. It's ChYuan.
Toss back. There's 3 heroes on this TA. Will he find at least 1 kill before he shatters? Absolutely not. Very close, Flappy. Clenching his cheeks a little bit after that one, but at the end of the day, they get the kill onto the TA, and they are very happy with that one. Meg, things are already looking better than they did in this game number 1, which, to be fair, isn't saying much.
Need. Then... Oh, ChYuan.
The big AA blast onto ChYuan. Should be able to walk his way out of this one, but not with the X. All of a sudden, WS, a stun, a bash onto this Kunga, but the torrent and the toss, they brought more heroes on MAG, and they've brought down the TA. Flappy, you've overstepped your bounds, and you are going to go down. The sun burning them down. CJ cannot get the battle trans off, and all of a sudden, woMy, he's in some big trouble. An avalanche toss back, they get Akashi once, but woMy, he will fall, and that is a full-on team.
They're gonna go for top. They're believing that the rotation's not gonna come in because there's no boat or wait.
Yes. He overstepped his bounds in a big way. AA blast immediately. He knows exactly where their ward is because they saw him coming from a mile away.
Top tower is really taking a beating.
Yeah, I agree.
Now they have an inkling that this is happening, and instead they're making moves onto CJ. So what? It's just a Weaver, but here comes ChYuan. They're gonna get the battle trans off, but blinks away immediately, and CJ, he's left standing his ground, hitting nothing, charging forward. CJ, big crits down from both of these two heroes, brings down this troll warlord. 40 seconds, and all of a sudden the map may have opened up for you just a little bit. As they're going to make the move onto Poda 2. Weaver starts them going down. They've got to turn. They've got to hit the egg. But the Fire Spirits, it's too much. They do commit onto the egg, but it took 4 heroes to kill it off. It does do the job, though. The sun has fallen. Now the moon is back out. Akashi blinks in, eats an avalanche, and he's willing to die for this, but he needs to stay alive for another 3 seconds. Akashi, 1 second is all he needs. Yes. Wraith King will pop that reincarnation. WS, he has Blink Dagger if he wants to use it. Instead, woMy will be the one going onto Akashi, but on the side of it all, Poda 2 will fall immediately. They do get Akashi. The Soulbind connects onto 2, but all they need to do is walk together as a team, and walk together they will do indeed. woMy, he's gonna TP out. Flappy's gonna try his best to do the same, but unfortunately will not be able to melt it like a
Haze, and then it will be dumpstered. But until then, it's just way too strong.
woMy. Speaking of way too strong, 2 strength heroes bashing it. She's gonna try to avalanche and toss away to safety. A blink in 4, 3. No, but the Radiance, it's actually stopping him from doing anything. Jhocam onto Flappy in the background. Pota 2 is here with dalul to save the day. Weaver tries to get away, but Akashi, big blink forward on this Wraith King, and a huge crit to bring down this Ancient Apparition. Torrent Storm, not gonna connect. They're actually out of the range of it. And Pota 2, you have to be careful, my friend. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, other way. I always do that shit. Storm.
All they've got it.
Yeah, and also you can just basically put Cije in the air. woMy.
Yep, exactly. Uh-oh, woMy. Yule Scepter stops the TP from the Tiny, and woMy, once again, left for dead.
Just burning everyone. And see, as soon as you make a rotation on the map.
Look at Akashi, right? Huge cojones on this Wraith King. They're going to pull him back onto the high ground, but I don't know how much Akashi really cares. He's going to pop that BKB, and he should turn onto Pota by all rights. Pota 2, he's out of position, but his team is not around, so it's backup time. Now, I say that, onto the high ground, it is go time. As they're making the move on the CJ top, he pops the battle trance. He's safe for now, but this mid lane, Pota 2 will fall, as will CJ.
They're getting ripped apart. Literally. Because...
Kunkka. Just because you you need this armor aura, I understand. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But because Wraith King's going to get his first, it's not even close. And these 2 supports top, these are the pickoffs you're going to need to start taking high ground. Unstoppable for this Wraith King with 2 dead and all. Aegis has expired on the side of this TA. They're going to jump right in onto Pota 2. No BKB, and they do not care about your Blade Mail. You're going to get pushed back. Hurricane Pike finishes off Pota 2. Does not have buyback. Grimstroke, he was forced to use his, and CJ getting burned down by the power of the sun. Cannot even battle trans, because if he does, he commits to his own death. woMy's gonna try to make some sort of play, but the damage is not enough right now, and WS jumps right in. This is over. This is absolutely over. I would not blame you if you called GG right now. And Troll, once again, Yule's up in the air just for a little bit of showboating. CJ, Yule's again, give him a third one, give him a third. No, the stun, the control is there. And like we said, GG is called. Talon take an exactly 30-minute game.
31 to 50. In heart, I'm still going to be rooting for that game for her. No matter what.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Absolutely.
We are here to watch games.
I may think the Talon.
Again, how do I
Dude,
still...
as long as he's used Onslaught, he has no more chance to close that gap. That's
though.
where the Grimstroke was a little bit less possible.
Bottom.
CJ, he's silenced up. He doesn't have the strength shift, but mid, they're gonna get Pota 2. Or they're gonna, sorry, other way around. They're gonna get ChYuan. Pota 2 dives the tower, gets the kill.
Back bottom.
WS, he's... Now, look, I've been hearing a lot about, these...
Ponyo.
Oh, hold on, gotta hold that. Ponyo getting gone on with no lift in sight. 1 second, he has the lift up, and the onslaught gets canceled. All of a sudden, woMy, he's in some deep trouble. He will fall. Ponyo, he'll trade his life away, but Flappy, he's gonna be next. Akashi gets 2.
Akashi's absolutely happy with this. Oh, of course, yeah, the tower took out woMy in the end. Well, or the creeps.
But they're also making this move on to Pota 2 mid. This OD, no chance with the Jhocam rotation. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna do here if you're MAG, right? You have to put so much pressure is on CJ to carry this game, and it is not gonna be easy at any point in this game. Eats a stroke of fate, another timber chain. CJ, you gotta give yourself some strength. OD gonna make the rotation in. That Sandy's Eclipse is pretty big, and Jhocam, he's not able to get away from this one.
On a support?
Yeah,
I guess, but I think Blade Mail just gives you so much impact, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. You could definitely make an argument for the Radiance this game, right? It's really good into OD, great into Morphling.
Shadow
We're gonna see a
Step.
Shadow Step mid. onto this Treant Protector, and it may be a support, like we said, but a good support kill nonetheless. The problem is if they lose Akashi, he's coming back towards that dagger, try his best, a beautiful lift from Ponyo, and Akashi, he's back up onto the high ground. The dagger may have gone the wrong way. Pota 2 puts ChYuan in that little astral imprisonment, but he doesn't have it for Akashi, and a very heads-up TP from this spec.
Off potential, no.
It's so strong.
He's just gonna
and then
keep
to make
on
this
hunting.
move onto Pota 2, all of a sudden there's 4 heroes in front of you, and you cannot astral imprisonment your way out of
This
that.
is how, like, despite the mid lane's impact being smaller, the first tier 1 tower on the mid lane defines your tempo for the next 10 minutes.
Cije, he just gets burst down by WS from full HP. He's dead. Oh, dude, and he's going. Get him. Akashi, he's gonna gone onto this top lane, stuck onto the high ground. Primal Beast woMy trying to make that charge away. The Shadow Step with the Inkswell. Very strong wombo combo. dalul will find Ponyo, but they're onto woMy and they're bringing down the dinosaur. Open the door, get up on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur. Pota 2, he's gonna be doing the dinosaur in his little corpse. He falls to ChYuan and WS. Just so much damage from this Timber Sun. Now it wants to farm this ancient stack. Smoke and dust, Ponyo. A little bit of a misclick. He dusted himself. But eventually will get the kill onto dalul.
Bye, dalul.
Oh no, it was
And
not.
he even had TP. I don't understand why he just, you know.
Oh, Flappy.
Back towards
Shows
the
his
tier
face in
3s.
this mid lane. Here comes the Shadow Step. Akashi finishes the job.
Oh,
Does that
so
work on
tough.
your imprisonment? Like, can he still go through you?
Yes.
Dalul, blink forward, WS. They're gonna steal Sakuchi. No need for the Sanity's Eclipse. Ponyo, you know, it's one of those little things, right? On Dota, who knows at the end of the day. Making a move
Step.
onto Flappy once again. He shows his face in the lane, and Flappy should fall here. Sakuchi through, and Flappy. Just take the kill, Ponyo. No, all right, fair, fine. I actually had no idea. Do your illusions get full desolate damage?
I believe so.
Okay, that's what I thought, but you know, once again, Dota, not sure. Then they make the move onto Morphling. He's gonna try his best to strength shift out of this, but he's gonna get bursted down through that Orchid. And WS gets another kill onto Flappy, chop down the trees.
Double kill.
Bring down the tree, and literally and figuratively. He's a big boy after all.
This is woMy getting eyed up.
Once again, they're gonna make moves onto this Weaver and OD, but burst down pretty much from full to zero. There's that Orchid onto the Primal Beast. There's no way out of this one, woMy. And look, I don't want to be like, oh, it's over 15 minutes.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, Cije,
just moral
he's
support.
got no HP. He's got to get out of here. The first one to fall will be the Treant Protector, and they're looking for more. Weaver dusted up. There's the Shadow Step, the Orchid, everything for this Weaver, the tornado up, and a quick death downwards for dalul.
CJ's just walking by as things are crumbling around. This is not fine. Nothing about this
They're
is
gonna
fine.
make this move onto Akashi, but he's very fast with the Orchid, and all of a sudden there's 3 heroes that come out of the woodworks. woMy, he might be left here as OD. You're trying to live through this. You're trying to do something, but you're under a ward. You've been disarmed, and now you're stuck with your Treant Protector who, again, in the same area. Pota 2 will feed his life away.
I mean, even if you get the Ags on Pota.
And onto the Morphling. Ponyo, he had the... I'm trying to stay copium even, for MAG, but it's looking very, very rough. As we're gonna see a solo kill. Akashi has the vision on Morphling and just instantly brings them. But because it's the grand finals, this is the last game in these grand finals, they're not gonna give up. They're gonna fight until the ends of the earth. And I've got big respect for that, absolutely. Jhocam a little bit AFK in this mid lane. They're gonna make the move on this Grimshock and burst him down from full. But WS, oh my god, they just go for the one play on the Grimshock and they call GG. I can't believe it. Jhocam says, what the fuck?